dari tadi ini.
Hello, I'm Anif.
And I'm Joshua.
Today we're going to talk about monitor communication. We are mainly talking about what is it monitor communication, why it is important, and what is the input of monitor communication.
Without further ado, let's start the video. First of all, what is monitor communication? Well, monitor communications is the process of ensuring the information needs of the project and its stakeholders are met. Monitor communication determines if the planned communication artifacts and activities have had the desired effect of increasing or maintaining stakeholder support for the project's deliverables and expected outcomes.
Monitor communication ensure the impact and consequence of project communication should be carefully evaluated and monitored to ensure that the right message with the right content, disseminating for sender and receiver, is delivered to the right audience through the right channel and the right time.
Monitor communications has several inputs. The inputs are project management plan, project documents, work performance data, enterprise environmental factors, and last one is organizational process assets.
Now, the first input is the project plan, which include but are not limited to the first resource management plan, which used to understand the actual project organizations and any changes through understanding of roles and responsibilities and the project organization charts. Second, communication management plan, which contain the current plan for collecting, creating, and distributing information in timely manner. And the third, stakeholder engagement plan, which identify the communication strategies that are planned to engage stakeholder.
The second input is project documents. Project documents that can be considered as inputs for this process include, but are not limited to, the first one is issue log, which provides the project's history, a record of stakeholder engagement issues, and how they were resolved. Second one is lesson learned, which contains the lesson learned from earlier phase. It can be used for the later phase in the project to improve communication effectiveness. Last one is project communications, which provides information about communications that have been distributed.
Now, the third input is work performance data. Same to its name, work performance data contain data on the types and quantities of communication that have actually been distributed. The fourth input is enterprise environment factor. The enterprise environmental factors that can be influenced the monitor communication processes includes but are not limited to the first organizational culture, political climate, and governance framework. Second, establish communication channels, tools, and systems. Third, global, regional, or local trends, practice, or habits. And the last is geographic distribution of facilities and resources.
The last inputs is organizational process assets. The organizational process assets that may influence the monitor communications process include, but are not limited to, corporate policies and procedures for social media, ethics and security, organizational communication requirements, standardized guidelines for development, exchange, storage, and retrieval of information, historical information and lesson learned in repository from previous projects, and last one is stakeholder and communications data and information from previous project.
Okay, I think that's all from us for monitoring communication. I hope our explanation is sufficient enough for you.
Thank you so much for watching. Keep healthy and see you again.
Bye.